Key, to answer your question, if I had to vote today, I'd vote Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
I think what he's doing is it's in the unicorn category, much like what Shohei Ohtani has done as a pitcher and hitter for so many years until this year, when he's recovering from his Tommy John surgery. But to be able to play both sides of the ball, and I'm curious, 620 snaps, and the idea of playing at that level, where if you concentrated just on being a receiver, he's already one of the best, would probably have glossier statistics.
Yeah.
If you concentrated just on being a corner, you might not have great statistics because they wouldn't throw your way, but he still has a couple interceptions.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool that it doesn't always have to be a quarterback with these eye-popping numbers. It can be somebody like Travis Hunter.
It usually would go to a quarterback with big numbers and a nice team.
Yeah.
But, Charles Woodson was able to do it.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning's still mad to this day. I can see where Travis will win the Biletnikoff, best receiver in the nation, the Thorpe, the best defensive back in the nation, and the Heisman Trophy all in 1 year.
I hadn't even thought about those other awards.
Yeah.
That's kind of
because he's
mind-boggling.
not. When you look at the statistical side of things, he's within line of any receiver that would be up for the Biletnikoff. He's right. I mean, he's right there.
Yes.
So it will depend on whether or not the voters want to give it to him at the end of the day. Because think about it, if he can get all three of those, nobody will ever be able to do that.
It's incredible.
Yeah, no.
I really hadn't thought beyond the Heisman if you add in the Biletnikoff
and the Thorpe.
And Thorpe.
Yeah. Because right now, I would think he is the front runner in the Thorpe for sure.
Yeah.
But you would think that he's the front runner for that. And if you look at his numbers compared to some of the other receivers that are in that conversation, he's right in line with that.
Yeah.
And then if he's your Heisman guy of the day and he continues on this track, he'll be your Heisman guy at the end of it, and many other people as well. And the team is playing well.
Yeah. Now this week, the
against
trendy
Kansas
pick,
State.
yes, that will be a good test. But this week, the trendy pick, because Colorado had bye last week, was the Boise State running back, Ashton Jeanty, who I saw last year in the LA Bowl.
Not going to happen.
He has 1,000 yards already.
He could have
16 touchdowns,
yards.
11 yards per
They're not giving the
carry.
Heisman Trophy to a Boise State running back.
They gave
Not
it to
going to happen.
They gave it to a Baylor quarterback, and they were what?
Yeah,
8
but
and 4,
Baylor
7 and 5?
is in Boise, a little different.
Yeah, that was an
Those
interesting
stats are a
one,
little
though,
different.
because I was Andrew Luck almost the whole season. At the end, I flipped to RG3 because I thought to elevate Baylor, that was really an accomplishment.
Baylor versus Boise State, just the name alone, and Boise State is coming from a lesser conference than Baylor. Baylor was in the Big 12. It's just a bigger deal. To me.
I agree.
I don't have a vote.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's going to be hard for him to convince enough voters with that schedule. But what if he breaks?
Think about Marshall Faulk.
Yeah.
Marshall Faulk didn't get it at San Diego State.
I love Marshall Faulk.
It was because of San Diego State. Had he done the same thing
I don't think he had
USC,
those numbers, though.
No, Marshall had crazy numbers.
Not
if he had done the same thing at USC that he did at San Diego State, run away.
Well, I thought Christian McCaffrey got robbed in 2015. I think Derrick Henry's a great player, and I had him second.
Alabama versus Stanford.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
All these people you're talking about have lesser stats than Jeanty had in the first 5 games.
But Keyshawn.
And Keyshawn, remember, too, he did it in 4 games, essentially in 4 games, because he sat out the second half of 2 games.
But it's against the lesser competition on people's radar.
Okay, so let me ask you this. What if he breaks Barry Sanders' single-season record, 2,628 yards?
He's still going to hate.
No, I'm not hating.
What if he surpasses 26-28?
Barry Sanders did it at Oklahoma State, though.
You're right.
That's my whole point. Even if it's the university. That's all it is. It's the university. It has nothing to do with whether or not he's a great player. Can it translate to the NFL? It's the university. Alabama versus Stanford. It's just academically, we know what that is.
Yes.
But how much different is Colorado? Like as to Boise State, like in terms of schedule?
It is a bigger name university for whatever reason, right? It's just a bigger name. Colorado versus Boise. If Colorado offered you a scholarship versus Boise State, even though Boise State's program has been better over the last decade, You probably going to Colorado.
Not what 2-3 years ago when they were 1-11.
No, I'm saying most people are probably going to go to Colorado.
Mhm,
That's just
mhm.
what it is.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, the other guy, too, I had Cam Ward second
Yeah.
on my list this week. That comeback to do it on the road
Yeah.
when you don't have the crowd to kind of help, you know.
That was crazy.
I mean, that was an amazing performance. And I think he's going to be in the discussion all season long. And I think those three guys, Jeanty, Ward, and Travis Hunter, it feels like pound for pound, if you just said the best football player, like if we just got and played in the park this week, like those three guys, and maybe Jalen Milroe as well would be in there of guys that would get picked to just go out and play football. So that kind of feels good too, to have players that are.
So we absolutely hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more from us, hit that subscribe button for all videos, full episodes, and exclusive content from the show. And don't forget to find All Facts, No Breaks on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.